Hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, I'm Roo.
And this is
Pillow Fort!
Oh my gosh, season 2, Pillow Fort. Roo, I'm so excited. Do you want any of this?
No, I'm good. I've got a whole blanket as a jacket.
For all of you that cannot see video and just listening on Spotify or Apple or Audible or...
Audible?
Yeah, we've been on Audible.
What?
We just did a really fun thing with our blanket because we don't necessarily have a full fort today.
No, we don't. I mean, we don't technically ever really have
Yes,
a full...
we do. What are you talking about?
Sorry. I've ruined the magic. We do have a full fort. We've just been this season. If you haven't noticed, we've been experimenting a lot with like how we record and how we want to change up our format.
So today we have a cute little cat blanket that we just popped out under, and that was adorable. So good for us.
Yeah.
You don't need any? You're not gonna
You're not gonna get... Okay. It feels really good and soft.
I use this at my house. Isn't it cute? It's
pretty cute. It's nice and cozy.
So we are so excited to be in season 2. Tell them about what Pillow Fort is in case they've never been here.
Yeah, so if you're new here, Pillow Fort is where we simulate conversations that we have at slumber parties and stuff, and it's just a cozy pod. So the way that we do it is Amy brings a topic, I bring a topic. We don't tell each other what the topic is until right here, live at the fort.
Right.
And we just banter and talk about it.
Sometimes we do it live, sometimes we do it online. We did a live one at Little Indies. That was fun for this season.
We did. It was a really good one, and you're never gonna hear it.
You'll hear, maybe someone will fix it one day. So that one topic, your topic was Vaseline? No.
Vaseline.
Petroleum jelly. I have to remember. Petroleum jelly.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor yet. Hit us up. Vaseline.
Petroleum jelly is the generic, and Vaseline is the brand name. Not a sponsor.
I went on a trip in a cold weather area recently, and I thought of you, Roo, because everything cracked and everything was dry, and I was like, you were right. I should have brought some petroleum jelly. I should have brought some.
I just want to say that during this live pod, when I brought up the fact that I like to just have, I think we should have Vaseline Day on Sunday nights, and as Americans, it should just be within our thing. Everyone crapped on me, okay?
The whole audience, like everybody in the audience, just were like, no. But here's the thing: for those of you who don't know, we are in Florida, so we are in the moistest climate. Maybe one of the moistest climates you could ever be in. So we don't think about that here. I'm always moist. I'm never dry. But you grew up in Chicago, where you're dry.
Yeah, and I get ashy, Amy. Look at this.
Even in Orlando, in Florida, you get ashy too.
I get ashy. Look at this. I'm turning into a pile of Pompeii.
I understand. But here's the issue. Here's what Roo didn't talk about. She didn't talk about the layer in between the Vaseline and the skin. There needs to be like a cellophane, not cellophane. There needs to be a wrap. There needs to be a plastic.
Yeah, it's your sock.
No!
It's your sock.
You can't put Vaseline and then socks because like...
No, you have to do it that way so it'll contain the Vaseline.
No.
We're just rehashing.
Well, you're gonna hear this twice, but I figured it out. You gotta put the Vaseline, and then you wrap it with like a plastic, and then the socks.
You're telling me that saran wrapping your feet is better than just straight up a raw sock in it.
Absolutely, because it goes through the sock. A sock
gotta wear thick socks like the ones that I have right now.
They're gonna be porous, and it's gonna come out, and then you're gonna have like gushing out Vaseline from your sock.
Well, the problem is that Vaseline is too slippery, so the saran wrap is going to slip off.
I can't believe we talked about this one again. My topic for that one was tattoos. First tattoos. I talked about my very first tattoo that I got, and that I found out that it was a sex tattoo, and I changed it. So one day we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, it was a very obviously they were not just cuddling.
We'll put it up on the put it up on the Instagram.
I think we actually caught that
a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. We caught that.
So
on
we'll see.
Camera.
We'll see. So what else do we want to talk about before we get into our topics, Roo? Anything we want to talk about with our pillow princesses?
Oh yeah. It's just been getting colder, so if a sponsor will sponsor us right now, we could sell blankets at the moment. Although when we actually put this episode out, it might be hot again.
It's going to be, like, I'm in Florida, we have like 9 cold days, so it's probably going to be hot again.
Maybe, Amy, we gotta move this podcast up north so we could actually sell more for our non-existent sponsors.
Where would you move to? If you could move anywhere, where would you move to?
As much as I talk crap about the hometown that I came out of, I think I would end up moving back to Chicago.
Yeah, I'd go to Chicago with you.
Yeah, there's just like, in terms of comedy too, there's just like a lot more.
Yeah.
There is a comedy scene there.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot more. And they still have things like entertainment that you could get into.
And the crowds are so excited. And that's the thing, we've been talking about this a lot, that I want Roo to summer up north. And then winter down here, but you don't want to be a snowbird.
No, I do want to be a snowbird. I just can't afford it.
Well, you're always talking shit about snowbirds, but it's fine.
No, that's because they jam up the traffic on I-4.
I thought about it yesterday on the way home. I was in downtown Orlando, and I was leaving, and it was so beautiful. But yeah, the traffic was terrible, and everybody drives freaking awful here. They're just the worst drivers.
Well, the thing is like, it's all right I think it's all right in the summer months for the most part, because I feel like I could get to places in a reasonable amount of time. And then all of a sudden, at some point in like
between October, November,
I'll say like October. I'm like, why is it taking me an extra hour to get literally anywhere?
Because there's like 90,000 people from up north that like have a house here, and then they leave their houses empty all year round, which I don't agree with either, because I'm not rich. But whatever, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I will. I plan on being that person one day, so
we could complain about it, for sure. So, all right, you want to go first, or you want me to go first? You went first with the petroleum.
With the Vaseline feet and just derailed the entire podcast. Yeah,
I really never want to talk about it again. I love that. I love it. I love that you do it, and I'm proud of you for sticking to it.
Well, especially now, I'm just gonna try. Gotta Vaseline body it up. A slug.
You're gonna get. Would you say slugs?
I envy slugs.
Slugs are. That's exactly what it is. When you put Vaseline and socks on, you're slugging around the house.
Yeah, that snail trail. That's just a waste of Vaseline.
That's why you gotta have the membrane in the middle. The membrane to keep the slug in.
It's good. The membrane's gonna slip off. All right, you use a condom. Before.
It's not gonna slip off if you have the sock. It's like you put a condom and then a sock over the condom. It's gonna stay.
Are we advocating for condoms on our feet?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I. Yes.
Get into your topic, Amy. Get out.
So, my topic that I want to talk about today is deep cleaning your house.
Oh, let's get into it. This weekend was like the perfect time.
I know, and like, so I won't get into the details, but we came back from a vacation, and my kid left candy in the house, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was a freaking nightmare. So I spent the last 3 days just cleaning, and like trying to fix my entire life, and things that I didn't do. Literally, I've been in my house for 10 years, and I was like, things that I haven't done in 10. Like, I made sure everything was organized. I made sure everything was clean. I cleaned baseboards. I cleaned carpets.
The baseboards.
I baseboarded. I dusted everything, and I don't know what it is about cleaning your home, but it fixes your entire life.
It really does. Like, if you're ever depressed, clean your entire house.
But if you're depressed, it's hard.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is you gotta fight it.
Right, you have to fight it. And so, we've talked about this a lot. Like, I have ADHD, and I'm pretty sure you may. I don't know.
I don't know what I am. I like to think of myself as an enigma.
Yes, exactly. Yes, a special butterfly that flies.
Alan Turing couldn't crack me.
Who?
Alan Turing.
Who's that?
He was a guy who did the first computer in World War II.
What?
You know the Benedict Cumberbatch played him in that one movie.
Oh, I love that movie. No, I'm thinking of Oppenheimer again.
It is an Oppenheimer type movie.
I'm gonna have to watch that. So, obviously we have ADHD because we've just talked about 9 things before we got to the topic.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, move on.
I can't remember. It's gone.
No. You were talking about candy and your kid leaving it out at
I talked
night.
about that part.
And then,
It's gone. It's gone.
and you like to clean and depression and cleaning.
Depression. Well, that's the thing. So when you have depression, you need to clean, but you can't clean because you have depression. It's very hard.
Yeah.
But when you that's what it is. When you have ADHD, all you have to do is trick yourself. You can't tell yourself you're going to clean your house. You can't do it. You can't be like, Amy, I'm going to clean my house. You have to like start like moving towards your socks. Like you have to be like, go stand next to my socks and then touch my socks. And then when I start going with my socks without Vaseline in them,
Vaseline evaporates, I'm pretty sure.
we're not gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't, because like it stays there. It's like a petroleum jelly. It's a jelly that stays.
We're gonna end up talking about Vaseline for like 5 episodes straight.
It's the whole Vaseline season. I really hope and pray we get. I mean, who do they sponsor? Who does Vaseline sponsor?
To my skin.
Yeah, they need to. Roo Skin and slicking around like snails in the pillow fort.
Whatever.
Anyways, when you have ADHD, you can't tell yourself you're going to clean your house. You have to ease yourself into it. But this was like a jolt into it because we came back to a mess or whatever. And yeah, I cleaned, I organized, I feel so good. Everything's in the right place. My brain's in the right place. I just feel really happy.
That's nice.
And you cleaned this week too and you feel better?
Yeah, I cleaned. So here's the problem with the 2-day weekend is
Yes.
one day has to be dedicated to cleaning. And then I feel like I can't actually relax.
I know.
And then if I don't clean, then I'm like, all on Sunday.
I know.
So,
you need a 3-day. You need
Yeah.
1 day for clean, 1 day for fun, and 1 day for rest.
And at the time of us filming it, we just came out of like a 4-day weekend. I think. I
I don't know. I took, not bragging, I took 10.
Whatever,
10,
that's
I took 10 days off.
that's not official. That's not real.
But it was nice. But I really had, I had 4-day weekend after I got back. And so I've spent 3 days cleaning. And then I still have more to do. I have some like...
Yeah. Well, I think for me, when I feel like it's truly clean is when I actually like mop.
Yeah.
And baby, I just re-upped on some pine salt, not a sponsor.
Ooh.
And since it's the holidays, now my house smells like pine.
I love
but
it.
But then I come from a no shoes home, and my live-in partner.
He wears his shoes in the house?
He's a shoes man.
He is?
It drives me crazy, but I think it's also I'm too lazy to do anything about it.
Nah, man, because every time I go to your house, I take my shoes off. Like, I've put the work in to be at your house, to take my shoes off. I think about my shoes before I go to your house so my feet are ready for your home.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta enforce it. I can't let this white man win.
Speaking of white men, my husband and I got in a fight about the mop that I bought. Because I bought a mop where it's like you stick it in and then it like swooshes around or whatever. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's so great. I bought that like 6 months ago and I never used it. And I brought that up and he's like, oh yeah, I've been moving it around the garage and like we got into a big fight about it. I was like, why don't you just put it somewhere? Whatever. It was all about like how I have ADHD and I don't do what I say I'm gonna do.
Yeah. It's like I know when I'm not doing something, but I'm like, I know I'll get to it. But then it irritates me when I want someone else to do something and they're also on their own timeline. And I know that in their head they're gonna get to it.
Right.
But it's not, I'm selfish.
You're not selfish. It's like when you have your own space, you can get to your piles at your own time. And like, you know where your stuff is, you know your own cleanliness. Like, I know how to like make it a mess, but I don't make like a food mess. Like there's certain messes that are okay for me. Like it's okay if I have like a pile of books, that's okay. But if there's like a messy food situation, I want to die.
Yeah, but that's because of the cockroaches thing.
Cockroaches.
I've noticed little guys, you know?
I can't handle bugs.
Yeah, I bought some cockroach traps the other day.
Good for you. I just. Oh, and my exterminator didn't show up today.
Your what?
My exterminator didn't show up today.
How is your exterminator gonna skimp on you? It's too cold for them to leave
She's
their
like,
beds.
forget it. I don't know. I will never talk bad about my exterminator because it's a lady, and I think she's the coolest lady because I'm like, she just seems so tough and brave.
I guess you have to be if you want to deal with that many creepy crawlies.
And she does. Like, she just comes in and, like, knows about stuff. I kind of wanted her to be my friend, but I've never asked, so maybe.
You should ask. I think we as adults are truly missing out on true friendships without asking. I feel like, think about all the people who you've actually made friends with. It's because they invited you over.
It's true. I should invite her on the pod one time.
Yeah. Let's ask her about her extermination abilities.
I will do that. I don't know. I'm nervous. She's been it's like that power dynamic, right? Like when somebody like works for you, I feel like
just like.
But I wouldn't want to lose
her. When's the next time they're coming? Invite me over.
It was supposed to be Monday. It was supposed to be today. But I don't want to lose her as an exterminator.
Well, then don't be weird.
I can't help it.
Don't like touch her or anything. What were you planning on doing?
Well, now that I've told her I want to be her friend, now it's gonna be weird. I shouldn't have said anything. It's fine. All right. No, I'm just excited that my house is clean. It fixed my whole life. And yeah, I'm just really happy about it.
That's good.
Yeah. You ready for your topic?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for my topic.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into Roo's topic. Roo, what is your topic for today?
Okay, Amy, when you are on a long drive with somebody, what do you do?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe you're talking about this. It's so funny. Are you talking about this because we brought it up the other day?
Oh,
I would love.
We never bring up these topics outside of this podcast.
What would I like to do, or what do I do?
No, what do you do? What's a normal fucking road trip?
Well, if I'm with my husband, he is a sound engineer and he doesn't like extra noises because he has noises all day. So we sit in silence. My kid has her MP3 in the back, and I sit in silence, and I try to make small talk, and he... But what I would love to do is what we do. We chit-chat. When you and I take a road trip, we chit-chat, and we listen to music, and we look at sights, and we have a little nice time. So that's what I do. What about you?
Yeah, well, that's what I like to do, too. Right. And, like, I went on a long drive to Tampa recently with Lee Cohen, and we literally just talked the entire time,
I love Lee Cohen.
So it was great, but I'm just... You know, the problem with going on a long drive with your significant other is that you live with each other and you've already talked about everything. And sometimes you're gonna drive to Jacksonville together, and the first choice of this person is to put on a book that is narrated by a really old guy talking about self-help. And
this was your significant other's idea to go on this trip and to put a book on. What did he say? Why he wanted to listen to it?
I suggested.
You suggested it.
No. I suggested we listen to holiday music. It was.
And what did he say?
Absolutely not.
He said no.
No.
See, I think it's so fun. I think it's so fun because it's festive and you're going on a festive time.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, all right.
Because, it's like, it's Thanksgiving. It's the first time you could really, really, truly play holiday music.
And I have a Thanksgiving playlist that I would put on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was like, I don't want to listen to music. I was like,
what?
This man listens to music all the time.
See, we have to do a poll. Like, how many men sit in silence on a road trip in their cars? How many? No, you always weren't in silence.
No. I think he just likes to listen to people talk.
Okay. So usually he does a podcast by himself. Like if he's by himself.
I think if he's by himself, he's listening to a podcast.
But you all, who decided on this book?
Well,
audiobook?
He decided on the book.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Tell everybody what the book was about.
The book is called The Four Agreements, and it's got very high reviews.
Yeah.
The only reason I know this is because I was considering joining a book club to make friends, and on one of the book clubs that was on there, and I was like, not again.
And so it was, recommended. So you were excited about this.
So here's my thing: is the type of book I want to listen to. I want it to be more like adventure-y or
like a fiction situation.
Fiction, or if it's nonfiction, I want it to be NPR, not like how to fix my life.
Yeah, like not a self-help. And this was a self-help.
Yeah,
And so here's the question I don't think I got answered before. So who was trying to get the help? Was he trying to get help for you?
I think he just likes listening to self-help material.
Because that's the thing. I think it's kind of funny to put something on. I get self-help, but it's not for me. It's for my partner. It's like, my partner needs to clean more. I'm going to put a self-help book about self-cleaning for my partner.
I truly don't think that's what it is. I truly think that this man, his most enjoyable genre of book is self-help.
Right.
Because he has so many of them. He loves to, and I think this is like a man thing.
Yeah.
Men are, like, I was listening to another podcast where it's like men don't go through midlife crises anymore. They just try to improve their lives.
I love that, though. Good for them. Or they start a podcast.
Well, yeah, or they start a podcast. Well, or they
Like
get
us.
really into their sleep, their sleep metrics.
Their sleep metrics or their protein intake.
Which is great. So it's like I can't even be mad.
No?
I can't even be mad because this man is trying to self-improve himself. But I grew up in a religious household.
Right.
And my mom would do the same thing. I'm like, hey, we're going on like a road trip somewhere on a long drive, and she'll like blast some like religious guy saying something, and it felt very similar. I was like, you should do this, this, and this.
Again, and I feel like your mom was doing that so you would get some God. So everybody that's like trying to put a self-help on, when you're in the car, they're like, maybe Roo needs a
little bit of God here.
How long would how long would a trip be with your mom with
We weren't allowed to play music, and wow, this is a running theme.
Yeah.
In my
Yes.
life. Yeah, we weren't allowed to play music because my mom was just like, music's for the devil.
Oh, so anytime you're in the car, there was just talking?
It was either like literally like the Quran or like a sermon.
Wow. And now your partner does it. That's wild. And he didn't even mean that. Like, he did that. Like, that's so interesting. Oh, my gosh.
This is, honestly, I didn't even crack this until right now. I'm like, wait a second.
That's fascinating. How long did y'all go on this trip? We
didn't listen to the book the entire time. I think he saw that I was like not having it.
Why? Were you doing the thing where you couldn't, were you trying to talk over it?
I wasn't trying. I just looked out the window.
So whenever Roo stops paying attention, you'll just see her drift off. And you're like, you'll just know you lost her. So it's probably what happened. You weren't
he did try to ask me a question about it, and he was like. He was like, "Are you? How do you feel about this?" And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't really paying And then he asked me to summarize what I just learned.
Oh my god!
and I was like. I was really groaning. I was like, well, it's about how we condition ourselves to be a certain way. We're self-conditioned animals. And he's like, you were really loving this.
Oh, that's so funny. And so after that, did you put music on, or was it just silence?
We did, but it didn't feel right.
I know.
The holiday music didn't feel right.
And you did the holiday music afterwards? Nobody's festive? Just sitting and being mad. Listen, the holiday music is so funny.
On top of it, it's like Santa babies.
That's so funny. Just the picturing of you guys being angry. We
were angry.
Everybody's disappointed a little bit, though.
Yeah. The music didn't hit the same way. I will say that.
Well, that's the worst too. When you have you're excited about a playlist and you have it on, and you're hoping whoever you're with is vibing with it, and then just shit on it too. So that's always tough too.
Yeah.
It's hard to find somebody that has the same car vibes.
And that's the thing is I don't wanna hate on whatever
Yes.
people put on, because different strokes for different folks.
That's it.
But I hate this.
Well, we talked about that too. We went to Roo and Danielle Mathis and Ash Cash and I all went to Tampa together.
Yeah.
And it was just all nice vibes because we all liked a little bit of music. We all liked a little bit of chit chat. We all kind of vibed in that way, and it made it nice. It makes it fun. And some people say,
and I play the Pina Colada song.
And Roo played Pina Colada 9 times, which was really fun, which was a nice time. And I don't know, maybe they need more people. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, you need a third person there to really
a buffer.
Yeah, to buffer it out, to be yeah, I agree with this person.
This is why you have kids.
Well, your kid's obviously not doing that for you. So.
My kid checks out. My kid's nah, I'm not dealing with that. What are you going to do the next one? Do you have a solution for the next
Well,
time?
yeah. So here's the thing. It's like now I need to figure out what to do for the next time because we have a trip to Louisiana that we're planning on driving to.
How long is that drive?
That's a 10-hour drive. So on the way there, I
Right.
think I'm just going to fall asleep on the guy.
Does he? See, that's the thing that my husband has a problem with. Like, he wants a road passenger, like a buddy, even though he doesn't want to chit chat, which I don't agree with because I want to be able to sleep so I can drive, right? Or I want to be like fresh. Like, we shouldn't all be awake the whole time. Like, we
We're
just
going to take shifts.
we should take shifts, especially on a 10-hour drive. And like, we were on a long drive for this last one.
Yeah, it's like it's a two-way thing because it's like on one hand I want to be able to monitor to make sure he's paying attention to the road, but on the other hand, like I get sleepy after 11:30.
Can you sleep in the car?
I can sleep. Well, it depends on how on edge it is. I feel like when he drives, sometimes I am a bit more on edge.
A little like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, are we following the rules? I'm his own personal state trooper. I won't give him a ticket though.
Maybe find a self-help book on like driving safely.
It'll just be the DMV pamphlets.
Yes. Stay on this side of the road and make sure you turn. Well, are y'all gonna talk about it before, or are you just gonna wing it?
I think maybe I have to make a plan.
Yeah.
The problem is that like I get so busy with day-to-day life that we will probably end up winging it.
You can just call me the whole time and I'll be your third person.
Well, so the way there, we're gonna go at night.
Yeah.
Because he's working at the. So I have my. December 12th is when I have to actually be in Louisiana at 8:30 to perform. It's a 10-hour drive, so we have two options. We either leave really early in the morning to get there and be tired, or we leave the night before where I have actually a show to do, but he doesn't get home until after the show anyway. So we're gonna like leave. We could leave immediately after that.
Right.
And honestly, if we leave immediately after that, I'm gonna knock out.
Yeah, you gotta sleep. You gotta sleep.
Now the way back is gonna be more flexible.
Right.
So we have to really figure out what to do for that.
It's gonna be so fun though.
Maybe we'll talk about beignets.
Well, we have talked about Louisiana because it's one of my favorite places, so we'll have to do a circle back.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Anything else about car rides or car drives or listening to things in car drives before we go?
No, but if you're listening to this, please leave suggestions in the comments.
What do you do? What do you do? What works for you? And do you and your partner vibe? I think that's one thing before you ever get married. Make sure you vibe in the car because...
Well, I don't think that's enough of a reason to not be in a relationship.
No, it's huge. It's huge. Especially if you like to travel. If you like to travel, yeah, it's big.
Well, I think it's like you have to be okay with me putting my headphones in and you putting your own headphones
in. No, I don't think we could do it.
No?
Oh, no. You could do that? Y'all could put your own headphones in and drive?
Well, my siblings did that.
My husband would never.
All right. Well, stay tuned to see if I am still in a relationship in the next episode or not.
Me too. Thank you. I'm Amy.
And I'm Roo.
And this is
Pillow Fort!